Sound Radio.
Welcome indeed to a very special Trance Around the World with us Above and Beyond. We're here from 8 till 10 tonight UK time, and we're running down the top 20 tunes of 2004 as played on this show, Trance Around the World, as voted for in a very closed ballot type, secret type thing by the three members of Above and Beyond. And at number 20, and a record I bought from Mad Records in Soho in June, I think it was, it's Oliver Shine and North Star.
You're listening to Trance Around the World with Above and Beyond.
Yes, indeed, you're listening to the best 20 records as plays on Trance Around the World as voted by us above and beyond. Now, if you'd like to get involved in the Christmas fun, send an email to studio@ministryofsound.com and tell us what you think the top 3 is going to be. And the winner of the competition, the first person to guess the top 3 records from this year's Trance Around the World show, will win the top 10 Anjunabeats downloads. So that's the top 10 Anjunabeats releases as a high-quality MP3 as sold on the Anjunabeats website. So what's the top 3? Give us your idea. We're counting down the top 20, and next up is number 19.
Trance Around the World with Above and Beyond.
At 19, it's the marvellous Mr. Probspot from Sweden on the knobs on this remix for Endre, I Kill For You.
You're listening to Trance Around the World with Above and Beyond.
gorgeous record, that is. In some ways, it's one of my favourites. Which is funny, because I voted for it. This is the top 20 records played on Trance Around the World in this year, 2004, with us Above and Beyond. If you want to get involved in the show, we'd love you to. Send an email to studio@ministryofsound.com and let us know what you think the top 3 records is going to be. And the winner will win the top 10 downloads from Anjuna Beats free.
You're listening to Above and Beyond on Ministry of Sound Radio.
And at number 18, a very jolly, jaunty record which took pride of place in our Essential Mix.
Certainly did.
Also on the Tsunami label, like the Oliver Sign North Star record, which was at number 20. This is Scintillator and The Festival.
Trance around the world, 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 trance around the
This is Above and Beyond, very much getting into the festive spirit. Festive spirit, I can't even speak, I'm so into the festive spirit. With a rundown of our favourite tunes from the last 12 months on Trance Around the World. At number 18 there was Scintillator and The Festival.
Trance Around the World with Above and Beyond.
And at number 17, Messrs. Parks and Wilson, aka Tilt, and a track called The World Doesn't Know. If you can predict the top 3, as we're going to reveal them tonight, you can win the top 10 downloads on anjunabeats.com. Just send an email, studio@ministryofsound.com. And to make it more interesting, if you could have anything in the world for Christmas, let us know what that is. Trance Around the World here with Above and Beyond, running down the top 20 tunes as played on Trance Around the World this year. And we're also asking you what you could wish for Christmas, and this little email from Daniel Brizard came through and really it's very touching actually. He says, my wife and I that is, just found out that my wife cannot have children and she really wants a family. So for Christmas I'd like for my wife not to feel like it's her fault or for her to be able to conceive. I think that is a lovely wish, Daniel.
I think that's certainly the top email of the year, actually.
That's the top email of the year. We best wishes go out to you, and hope you can find a solution to that little problem.
Trance Around the World with Above and Beyond.
And in the proceedings we've got up to number 16. And at 16, I know this is one of Jono's favourite tunes when we play out live. He loves twiddling the EQs when this one comes on. What is it?
It's Armin versus Mike Intruder, and I think Armin was 1, Mike 1, so it's a draw. So in at 16 there with Armin versus Mike, Intruder. Great track that.
My love is like footsteps in the snow, baby. I follow you everywhere you go. The palest light has come to wake you, but you will never realize that I inspire the dreams that guide you, baby.
So this is number 15, Ocean Lab Satellite. This is the Floris Dehaan mix. And I have to say, this was a really surprising entry to our remix competition, wasn't it, Tony?
It was, absolutely, and we were very glad that it won. We had a vote actually from the listeners to this show, and very, very cleverly picked something which is out of the trance genre in some respects, but a beautiful piece of music nonetheless.
Lightest touch of feathers falling, my love may be invisible, but I inspire the dreams that guide you, baby. You're half a world away, but in my mind I whisper every single word you say, and before you sleep at night, you pray to me, a lucky star, you're singing satellite. Lucky star, you're singing satellite. You're half a world away, but in my mind I whisper every single word you say, and before you sleep at night, you pray to me, a lucky star, you're singing satellite.
You're listening to Above and Beyond on Ministry of Sound Radio.
And we are counting down the top 20 tunes from Trance Around the World over the last year, as voted for by Above and Beyond. And we're inviting you to get involved by guessing the top 3. If you can guess the top 3, you can win the top 10 downloads on anjunabeats.com. All you need to do is send an email to studio@ministryofsound.com and let us know what you think the top 3 will be. And if you can add to it what you'd like for Christmas, if you could have anything in the world. Jay Martin from London in Canada not London in England, says, if I could have anything in the world for Christmas, it would be my lovely Nicole. She's gone away for a while and I'd give anything to have her by my side this Christmas.
Aww.
I hope that comes true, mate. This is number 14. And what is it, Jono?
It's Whirlpool Under the Sun. It's a Solar Stone mix. Solar Stone have done some great productions this year with Scott Bond, but this is my personal favourite because it's just so damn chunky. Chunkier than Yorkie.
Trance Around the World. Trance Around the World. Trance Around the World. Trance Around the World.
Nicholas Chong in Russia says that all he would like is a ticket to head back to Malaysia to visit his lovely wife Lynn. I do feel for you there, must be quite nippy out there. So that's number 13 there, Whirlpool Under the Sun. And here's number 13.
You're listening to Beyond on Ministry of Sound Radio.
This track was one of the favourite tracks from our Essential Mix this year, which incidentally is being rebroadcast on Boxing Day. We won the Essential Mix of the Year, so thanks to all those of you who voted. It's Planisphere with Symphotek.
Oh, finally a record that mixes with another one.
It's about time, really. Well, at least it's eclectic.
Absolutely. This is Above and Beyond, counting down the top 20 records from the last 12 months, as played on this show and as voted for by the three of us above and beyond. We're also asking you to guess the top three. Send us an email, studio@ministryofsound.com, with what you think the top three is going to be. You'll be glad to know that nobody's won so far, so there's still a chance to win the top 10 downloads.
A few people were quite close, I might add.
Yeah, absolutely, but nobody's an outright winner. And, the top 10 downloads on anjunabeach.com. We're also asking you for your ideal Christmas wish, if you could have anything in the world. And this from Chris in Germany. He or she doesn't say, he doesn't say which. Just to let you know what I forgot to say in the last email, I wish the most for Christmas would be to finally find a real cute, friendly boyfriend who's as much into trance as I am.
Aww.
I've been looking for several years now, he or she says.
Well, good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, Happy New Year, and your New Year's resolution is to find one.
Yeah, it becomes true. In the background, it's Yilmaz, Altenhan and 80s, and this is the Oscar Khan mix, and he is at number 12.
You're listening to Above and Beyond on Ministry of Sound Radio. 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 Ministry of Sound You're listening to Above and Beyond on Ministry of Sound Radio.
And we are playing the top 20 tunes as voted for by us. and played on Trance Around the World in the last 12 months. You just heard at number 12 Yilmaz Altenhan and a track called 80s, which is coming out next year on Anjuna Beats. Another track that came out on Anjuna Beats earlier this year. This is the lovely Matt Hardwick and the very lovely Smith and Pledger and Connected.
Trance Around the World, 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 Trance Around the World.
See at the edge of dawn, dissolve the darkness, fuse the air with calm. Suddenly I feel I'm not alone, but connected somehow.
So there at number 11, we had Matt Hardwick versus Smith & Pledger Connected. Great tune, that one. And number 10 is Signum Time Lord. And I should also point out that there's still no winner to the competition to win the top 10, which you can win by guessing the top 3 tunes in tonight's selection. studio@ministryofsound.com is the email address if you want to enter.
You're listening to Above and Beyond on Ministry of Sound Radio. Ministry of Sound Radio. You're listening to Above and Beyond on Ministry of Sound Radio. Ministry of Sound Radio. Ministry of Sound Radio.
This is Trance Around the World's Christmas special. We're counting down the top 20 records as played on this show over the last 12 months. And there at number 10, actually my favourite record of 2004, Signum and Time Lord. I've had many an enjoyable moment bouncing around a DJ booth when that one comes on. And I'm going to run down the top 20, the lower half. At number 20, it was Oliver Shine and North Star. Number 19, Andre, I Kill For You, the Prop Spot remix. 18, Scintillator, The Festival. 17, Tilt, The World Doesn't Know. At number 16, it was Armin vs. Mike and Intruder. Number 15, the very lovely Ocean Lab Satellite Floris Dahan remix. And at 14, it was Whirlpool Under the Sun with Solarstone on the mix there. 13, Planisphere Symphotek. Number 12, Yimaz Altenhan and 80s. Number 11 was Matt Harwick versus Smith and Pledger and Connected. And number 10, you just heard it, Signum, Time Lord. And at number 9, the second entry for this particular album in today's top 20, it's Tilt and, rather confusingly, 12.
Trance Around the World with Above and Beyond.
This is Trance Around the World. We're having a bit of festive fun. The last show of the year before we all disappear. Actually, not for our family Christmas because we're working, but it's the last show of the year. It's the top 20 tunes as played on Trance Around the World the last 12 months. At number 9, it was Tilt with 12.
Great mix, that.
And at number 8, embarrassingly in a way, one of our own productions here. This is Above and Beyond presents Tranquility Base and Surrender. We've also been asking you to vote for what you think, to guess what the top 3 is going to be. We haven't had a winner yet. The first person to do so will win the top 10 downloads from anjunabeats.com, which includes the track you're hearing in the background. And also, for a bit of a laugh, we've been asking you if you could have anything for Christmas, what would you have? And I've been reading out the more interesting answers. Jackson, for Christmas he wants to meet Salma Hayek, that's the actress, convince her to marry him and have kids and live happily ever after. I think Santa should be able to sort that one out.
Definitely.
Peter Patterson said, my friend wants more than anything Jono for Christmas, but he's too shy to ask himself, so I'll see if I can have a word. And Steve Grant, no relation, he wants to spend one day with his girlfriend Kelly, whom he loves very much indeed. studio@ministryofsound.com to get involved in the fun.
And for those of you who don't have a webcam, you might like to know that Tony is sporting a Von Chav t-shirt. Maybe you should hold it up to the webcam so everyone can see. There you go, Von Chav.
Yeah, I'll be wearing this at all my gigs in future, I think.
Jeremy Poling says that for Christmas he'd like to play a 2-hour set of Fabric. So would we. So that was Above and Beyond presents Tranquility Base Surrender at number 8 there. Now very occasionally a remix of a track comes along that's so strong that it just pips all the original mixes, and this actually converted us into playing the record, so it's a really big one for us. This is Young Prisons featuring Ben Lost, Jump the Next Train, and it's the Kay vs Albert remix, and what a great one it is too.
Just drive through in real time. You choose the stars in blue and white. I love you till I'm dead inside. Plastic eyes look milky white, and the violence makes things hard to hide. A pale faces sink in time. Either way, it's suicide. I'm gonna jump the next train, gonna jump on a plane, take a ticket to the other side. Jump the next train. Jump the next train, 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 gonna jump on a plane, take a ticket, 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 take the next train, 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 next
Trance Around the World with Above and Beyond.
So in at number 7 there, Young Parisians featuring Ben Lost, Jump the Next Train, Coe versus Albert remix. That's on Euphonic in Germany. Now this is another track featured in our Essential Mix, which I'll plug again, is going to be rebroadcast on Boxing Day, if you didn't catch it the first time round. This is Sarah McLachlan with World on Fire, and it's the Junkie XL mix. In at number 6. Sarah McLachlan there with World on Fire, the Junkie XL mix. He's clearly on fire there. That was number 6.
Trance Around the World with Above and Beyond.
Now for another vocal record, this is Ridgewalkers featuring Earl Find, and it's the Andy Moore remix. He's been a top remixer this year, so it's a pleasure to feature one of his great mixes on the show at number 5.
We are still looking for a winner. If you can guess the top 3, This is number 5, so you should have a pretty good idea of what records have already been in, therefore aren't in the top 3. If you can guess the top 3, you get 10 downloads from anjunabeats.com.
You're listening to Above and Beyond on Ministry of Sound Radio.
Inside the top 5 now. This is a huge record.
I almost felt it was overplayed, and I don't say that about many records, but
I'm never tired of hearing this. In fact, I think probably this is the most played record by DJs other than us when we go out and play anywhere. You always hear this record out.
I heard it 3 times one night, actually.
Yeah, it's massive. Randy Katana, In Silence, and I can't pronounce that remix name. Go on, have a go. Sixaro or something.
Who cares? It's great.
We've nearly got a winner. Somebody's got the top 3, but not in the right order. So there's still a chance for you to win the top 10 Anjuna Beats downloads by guessing what is our top 3. This is number 4, so that's pretty easy now.
It's going to be some serious trading on chat rooms right now.
You're listening to Above and Beyond on Ministry of Sound Radio. Ministry of Sound Radio. Ministry of Sound Radio. Ministry of Sound Radio.
Well, if you're trying to guess the top three, this is number 3. It's Art of Trance and Mongoose. I should actually explain how we did the voting. Jono Parvo and myself actually voted independently our top 20, and we gave everything a point, and then we combined them. So the top 20 was a bit of a surprise to us. There's some records that we really thought should have been in there. But sometimes somebody voted for a different track from the same artist, so there's a few people who maybe feel disappointed, but this is just the way the cookie crumbled tonight. So, still don't have a winner. This is number 3. You've only got 2 more to pick. Come on, guys. We have a winner, Mr. J. Martin.
Sounds like a type of whiskey or something, doesn't it?
J. Martin.
Oh, it's Remy, isn't it?
At rogers.com. I don't know where you are, mate. I can't see your address on there, but he has correctly guessed. I'm not going to tell you what he said, because we still haven't played the number one record. But this, at number two, a record which we before anybody, and a record which obviously we're very, very fond of. It's White Room and White Room. We've been counting down the top 20 records as voted by us fairly randomly.
Lots
it
of
turns
us
out.
in there.
Number 10, it was Signum Time Lord. Number 9, Tilt and 12. Number 8, Above and Beyond presents Tranquility Based Surrender. Number 7 was Young Parisians featuring Ben Lost, Jump the Next Train, Kyo versus Albert remix. Number 6, Sarah McLachlan, World on Fire. Number 5, Ridgewalkers featuring L and Find. Number 4, Randy Katana in Silence. Number 3, Art of Trance, Mongoose. Number 2, White Room. And the biggest tune for us this year, a bit embarrassing it worked out like this, but we didn't know when we started voting.
And it's probably the biggest tune because when we play it at a gig, it's our tune, so...
Yeah, it goes off. It's the very, very lovely Zoe Johnston. Remixed by Gabriel and Dresden. It's Above and Beyond and No One on Earth. With arguably the most gorgeous voice ever to grace a record in the world of trance, I think that's Zoe Johnston and No One on Earth. The first song about a girl who falls in love with an alien that's ever been in a club. A bit embarrassing that we that won this countdown. I must admit, looking at the chart now, there's a few really big records that we missed out completely. I feel most sorry for our dear friend Super 8, who had 3 different records voted for by the 3 of us.
And I'm surprised Alta 4 wasn't in there. I voted for that as well, and didn't make it.
It's just the way that we did it this time. I think if we'd all been in the same room at the same time, we might have fiddled it. Probably put us at number 2, but that's just the way it is. We hope you've enjoyed listening to our haphazard top 20, and you've enjoyed listening to the show through the year. We certainly enjoyed doing it. We wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. If you're out and about, we're playing at the Gallery on Christmas Eve. We're doing Passion and Tangled on New Year's Eve. And we're playing up in Newcastle for Good Grief on New Year's Day.
It's an evening set, isn't it?
An early evening set, indeed. Apart from that, all it remains for us to say very, very Happy Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, that's it, yeah. Thanks for listening.
See you next year.
See you next year.